scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight.
Hi, this is Lord Garfield here. I'm gonna be making a tutorial on Kerbal Space Program. Ignore most of the mods I have, they do not refer to the thing. One of the most important ones though, which you should pay attention to, is Real Solar System, which puts the actual size of the real solar system into the actual game. So, Real Solar System can give you a lot of difficulties, especially in the beginning if you haven't played with it before. For example, one of the most difficult things I found in this mod was getting into the orbit with the low tech tree, because when you start the game, one of the most common quests is orbit Kerbal, or in this case Earth. So why it is so difficult? The reason why it's so difficult is because of delta V. Delta V obviously refers to your acceleration or your speed which you're going at, because you get dragged back to the Earth every time you go into the vacuum of space, because gravity is still attracting you. So in regular case speed you only need around 450 delta V to just get into orbit. That can be easily achieved with one of the first engines in the game. However, for Real Solar System you need at least, well, an average of 9000 delta V. That is quite a bit more, like quite a bit. You simply cannot achieve it with one of the first engines. So what I've done in my career series, I've added some extra modded engines. And those extra modded engines are mostly involved around real examples of engines which were used in real life. For example, Hornet heavy lift engine VX1. That is a common engine which was used right at the beginning of most of the space programs in the real universe of ours. So MechaJab is one of the things I use to find out the delta V, because you might be wondering, yeah, I need 9000 delta V, but I need to find out how I can get the 9000 delta V. I will load up one of my examples which I used for career episodes. Let me just find it quickly. Bloody hell. So I'm back. I found one of my original designs. So this was the one I used to get my first Sputnik into the actual orbit. The actual module I used was actually called Sputnik 1, which was Russia's first artificial satellite in the orbit. You can see here I have attached MechaJab, which adds this additional panel. MechaJab can additionally be found in command and controls. It is unlocked fairly early in the game with the thing you need, which is a delta V stat. You activate it by clicking on it. Yay! So here you can see stage, which is going to be the first stage you have, and total. This is what you're going to be looking for: atmospheric and vacuum. So this is going to be the delta V you're going to get in atmosphere, and this is what you're going to get in vacuum. The thing is, you are basically looking for the one in between. So for example, I only need 9000, I will go with 12 or 11,000 at least. The reason is, as you go up, the atmosphere is obviously applying on you, and it applies negative force upon your vehicle, which will force the vehicle down and you will gain less acceleration. But that's only for like half of the journey, and an average low orbit is 250 miles. That's quite a bit away from atmosphere, because atmosphere ends at 140. So you are basically looking at the half of the journey being inside the atmosphere, so only half of that will apply. What I use for my setup is actually Space K1 Kiwi engines and a skipper. This is not very efficient at all. I am not saying this is a setup you should go to, but it helped me and it worked for me. Quite easy, self-explanatory. Additionally, here you can see the actual mass of the vehicle, which is 211 tons. That's quite a bit, I'm going to be honest with you, but it is reasonable and it isn't too bad. So let's launch this. Ignore the fact that it's called Luna 1, because I've tried getting this thing into space, and it didn't work particularly well. Well, I got it in space, not in a lunar orbit. I managed to do a lunar flyby. Well, this thing loads in. Lunar flybys require a lot of delta V. They will require an additional 6,000 to your 11,000 or 9,000, whichever you choose to do. So let's ignore all this. This is where you're going to start off. MechaJeb is in. You would want to click on here to see the delta V stats and orbital info. These are very helpful tools, and they have helped me in the past quite a bit. So the thing you're going to be looking at orbit info is periapsis. It is at the moment -6. Your main goal is to get it to up close. So let's just put the acceleration up and let's launch. We have launched. Let's put SAS on. Launches in this game take a very long time, especially with the real solar system. They're very quick when it's usually on usual KSP without any mods. I'm not sure if Kiwi is a modded engine. I am not particularly sure about that. One of the most important things is that you're going to try getting an inclination. If you have played KSP before and you have gotten into an orbit before, it is going to be quite obvious that you should do this. However, because the values apply differently here, and atmospherical pressure of air is mostly common to like 20 to 40 kilometers, it is going to be different and you're not going to get used to it. I usually want to start having a bit of a turn to like 5 to 15 degrees, like almost instantly whenever I launch, before 100 meters. However, here I've changed it later on. One of the main tricks for this vehicle is that you have... I actually forgot what they're called. Fuel lines. The fuel lines go from the water tanks into the middle one. So what this does, as you can see, these are running out, and this is running out as well, but this is running out slower for quite a different reasons. Because some of the fuel starts going into the tank, and when you decouple the outer engines, the middle tank will be full again, due to the fact that it is refilled again by the fuel lines whenever you release the actual outer engines. Yeah, I'm going to start having a bit of a more burn. Sometimes KSP has a bit of a bug where it will start going to the original one you had. This is due to SAS being a bit weird, so you just need to go to the angle you need to deactivate it and activate it again. As you can see here, I'm going to let it burn for a while without actually decoupling, due to the fact that I have parachutes on it. The reason why I have parachutes on it is because I have stage recovery mod. This lets you recover stages which you have dropped in the past, which will give you additional thorns and signs. As you can see here... Oh! I didn't actually realise that. Yeah. So let's start going to around 50 angle. That will do for us. As you can see here, it is starting to decrease, and you can see here you have a lot of velocity, delta V I mean, still left. However, it has decreased from 12,000 for sure, and gone more to 11,000 if I'm honest with you. Time to apoapsis, I would know it's called. 1 minute and 50. That is this point here, which is above the actual atmosphere. So you could put it into a very low orbit around that stage, but I'm not particularly a big fan of that. Because even especially if you have mods which allow you to... Well, it doesn't allow you to, it just makes it more realistic, as International Space Station has to do additional burns like once a year to keep themselves in orbit. So it will go back into atmosphere eventually. which is actually the thing which I'm using in one of the mods over here. So I will just speed up this part, just to a point when it's expected.
Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye. No. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give.
So I've just gone to an apopsis of 250,000 meters. That is plenty for a low Earth atmosphere, orbit I mean. Additionally, here you can see the actual time which is going to take for that delta V to be gained. You can use this quite easily, as yeah, it will tell you. So you can vary time it correctly with the time of purposes. As you can see here, I'm going through a quite not a usual orbit, and most of the things are about the geostasis central orbit here. Usual KSP can be, in usual KSP without real solar system mod, it can be quite easily to get into orbit, so most of the tutorials don't actually explain how to do it, and I've learned through error and basically trying to get into it. So was trying to do the same thing here, but I didn't realize about most of the delta V reasons, because I'm not a rocket scientist, so I can't particularly say anything. So the apoapsis is still increasing, and we are arriving to a 5,000 acceleration at the moment. That is quite usual. So our first stage, well, one of the main stages is burnt out, and we will activate this one. This little thing should get us into an orbit. So yeah, we'll just speed up this part.
Never gonna say goodbye, no. Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye, no. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give. Never gonna say goodbye, no. Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye, no. Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye, no. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give. Never gonna give you up.
So here you can see that the distance, well, the time to arrive at the apopsis is increasing dramatically. The reason is you are getting very close into orbit. So what you can easily do here to make your orbit more circular and organized around the Earth here, like this one for example, you could simply decrease the thrust and wait till you get near more to the actual Earth's apophysis. Like here, for example. Let's just get back into the center. This is the most thing you're gonna be trying to aim for, and this yellow circle with nothing inside. So I just turn on the engines again. As you can see, it increases, and you will see this dot appear. Let's get this into quite an accurate swap. And decrease thrust. And here you can see on one end you're gonna have a distance of 645,000 meters, and on this side 379. So you are in orbit. You can keep going in circle and circle and circle. Due to the fact this is a satellite, it will try connecting to the nearest relay or a base station which is on the ground. So yeah, this would be it. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this useful, because I was struggling with it quite a bit and I didn't have any clear tutorials to explain this. Thanks for watching, see you later.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.